In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new survey coming out from the Hunter Call of the Wild about dogs. And we're going to be talking a little bit about how the future of dogs with the survey could potentially end up being something really good towards the potential of having dogs in the game as well. So we're out here on Leighton Lake, jumping around, trying a few of the different spots to see if we can get any kind of mallards to come in. And we're also going to be taking a look at the dog hunting in the Hunter Classic, as well as, we're going to go through the survey right here while we sit and wait. If you're new to the channel, you want more daily Call of the Wild content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're just going to be taking a look at this survey and kind of what it could potentially mean, because we already have dogs in Call of the Wild. I haven't looked into this before now, so I have no idea what we're going to go through. I have no idea how many questions and such is going to be on it either, but it's about dog hunting in the Hunter Call of the Wild. And one of the things that really has struck me is if we are to get dogs, what is the purpose going to be? But if they're putting out a dog hunting survey where we might actually have a chance to get the dog hunting potentially revamped, if they get enough feedback on it, I don't know. But I believe it has to be something like that, because dogs has been in the game for quite a long time. And quite honestly, they haven't really been working very well for a long time, because the most of us, the way we kill dogs is we take them down when they're sitting on the water with the 22 LR, simply because the dog hunting with the collars and such just hasn't been working too well. But let's have a look at the survey and see what it is. And we're going to be reading it out here. Dog hunting in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Thanks for playing the Hunter Call of the Wild. To help us improve our content and development plans moving forward, we would like to get to know you better with this quick survey about dog hunting. The survey will take approximately 3 minutes to complete. Dang, that's not long enough for me to roll mid-roll ads. We need to stall a little, guys. Let's do this. I understand that my anonymous answers will support further development, and I will not receive any compensation for filling out this survey. No, thank you. I do not want to participate. Let's get into it. Dog hunting in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Do you have any real-life dog hunting experience? I've actually never shot a dog or anything like that myself, but I have been dog hunting with my dad, as we grew up near a little lake and such where there was dogs. So I would say that I have a little bit. How often do you hunt dogs in the Hunter Call of the Wild? Rarely, I think, is gonna have to be the correct answer. It could be never, rarely, sometimes, often, all the time. I do shoot them if I see a level 3 dog or a rare that I want for the lodge, but for the most part, I don't really care too much about the dogs. Overall, how would you rate the dog hunting experience in the Hunter Call of the Wild? Very unenjoyable, somewhat unenjoyable, indifferent, somewhat enjoyable, or very enjoyable. I'm gonna be honest, and this is because I've hunted a lot of dogs in the Hunter Classic. The Hunter Classic has the superior dog hunting, any kind of waterfowl hunting, honestly. So I think I'm actually gonna have to go with, I feel it's very unenjoyable, because I don't hunt dogs the way dogs is supposed to be hunted. As I said, I take them as opportunity kills with my 22 when they're sitting underwater, or when they're flying away, and that's as well with the 22. But you also just spook the dogs way too fast for me to actually get close enough with a shotgun. And with how rarely you actually get dogs to come in when you sit around in the blinds, it's just not that enjoyable. For the most part, honestly, it feels a bit like a waste of time. And when you finally do sit down in a blind and try to call them in, they come in so slow that there's basically no way you're gonna miss anything. So compared to the Hunter Classic, I don't enjoy hunting dogs in Call of the Wild. Oh, and then they give us this questions. Have you ever hunted dogs in the game, the Hunter Classic? Yes, a lot. Overall, how would you rate the dog hunting experience in Hunter Classic? Very enjoyable, very enjoyable. This is super good. If you haven't tried it out, guys, the Hunter Classic dog hunting or waterfowl hunting is super nice. Even the geese hunting is better in Classic as well. Do you prefer the dog hunting experience in the Hunter Call of the Wild or the dog hunting experience in Classic? Obviously, gonna be the Hunter Classic. How challenging do you find the dog hunting in the Hunter Call of the Wild? I mean, honestly, it's very hard, because they don't really come in and such, but when they do, it's very easy. So I think I'm gonna go with the somewhat easy if I were to sit down and do it, because there's just not much challenge to it. You sit with your 22 and yeet! How would you rate the behavior of the ducks in the Hunter Call of the Wild? Very unrealistic. Very unrealistic. How would you rate using calls to lure ducks into range in the Hunter Call of the Wild? Very confusing. I don't even want to call it confusing. I just want to say it doesn't work for the most time, but that probably How would you rate using decoys to lure in ducks into range in the Hunter Call of the Wild? I mean, I actually don't even know if the decoys do anything. I mean, you see that they're bound to zones, and if you have duck need zones, then there's gonna be ducks there. I don't really recall the decoys doing a lot of a difference. Of course, they help a little, but I mean, yeah, I suppose we'll probably just gonna go with the indifferent on this one. Do you feel the movements of the ducks in Call of the Wild accurately represent real-life migration during hunting season? I don't think so. I've never seen ducks move around like they do, but that might be because I get the orbiting ducks and such a lot. I actually haven't gotten that much lately, but I haven't been hunting ducks either. Do the ducks fly in a trajectory that you expected when attempting to shoot them? They fly straight! I mean, they don't change their direction or anything. They just fly straight. Be like, yeah, yeet, I'm out. How important is it there is a wide variety of waterfowl species in the Hunter Call of the Wild? That is important. That is important. For instance, I would love to see like a Rougarou Bayou map in the Hunter Call of the Wild where you're going to have all of the different kinds of waterfowls. Something like that would be insanely cool to see. How would you rate the current variety of waterfowl species in the Hunter Call of the Wild? I mean, we have, what, 3 different ones? We have the harlequins, we have the cinnamon teals, and we have the mallards. So in terms of how many animals there is in total, and only 3 of them being waterfowl, I suppose it's a little underwhelming. I'd love to see more, and I think we could definitely have maps where there could be several species of waterfowl on the maps as well, just to mix things up a little. So I definitely, the current variety, somewhat bad, maybe average. I'm actually gonna, if there was something in between here, I'd probably set it there, but for now we're gonna go with somewhat bad, because we need to be honest, we need to be trying to help these guys out, right? Please indicate whether you agree or disagree with the following statements. It is enjoyable to shoot ducks while they are resting on the water in the Hunter Call of the Wild. I agree with that. It's easy, right? And it's easy diamonds for the most part, or rare, so yeah, definitely do. I do like that. But it's not the duck hunting experience that you would expect. But for, as I say, it's easy diamonds and such, and it's opportunity kills. It is enjoyable to shoot ducks while they are flying in the air in the Hunter Call of the Wild. I mean, it's nice to see them fall down, so I'm gonna go with that as well. But again, it's gonna be with the 22. I don't even remember the last time I've used a shotgun to take down any duck. I have been using the shotguns a little on the geese, but on ducks, nah. It just doesn't feel like they come in close enough for the most part. Let's see. Please indicate whether you agree or disagree with the following statements. It is acceptable to shoot ducks while they are resting in the Hunter Call of the Wild. Well, it's the easiest way to do it as it is right now, so yeah. Ethically, probably not anything that I would be looking towards. But in terms of the game, yeah. It is acceptable to shoot ducks while they are flying in the air. Of course it is. I mean, wasn't that the whole purpose? Is there anything you particularly like about duck hunting in the Hunter Call of the Wild? I don't think there's anything in particular. I do believe if we were to say anything, the whenever the bounce off the ground is kind of nice, you know? It just looks cool. Bouncing on the ground. Is there anything particularly you dislike about the duck hunting in the Hunter Call of the Wild? I just gotta be honest and say, I prefer the classic hunting experience way better, unfortunately. Is there anything you'd like to see added or improved in terms of duck hunting in the Hunter Call of the Wild? And just be like, read above. Because yeah, in my opinion, if they could get the duck hunting down to the level of where it is in the Hunter Classic, that definitely would make it so much better. If you guys have never tried out the Classic, it is actually free to play. There is, it's a grindy game if you're doing it free to play, but there is actually the ability to play it for free. It is on PC only though, unfortunately, but if you have the time and you're getting a little burned out on the Hunter Call of the Wild, please go ahead and try out the Hunter Classic. It is an amazing game. Yeah, and that seems to be it. That seems to be what we needed to do for this. And just to kind of give you guys an idea of what the duck hunting in Classic is like, there is 4 different waterfowl species on this map. If I remember correct, there is the northern pintail, there's a mallard, there's the American black buck, not black buck, black duck, and then we have a catwall as the last thing as well. But they do require different colors. And up there, it does look like we actually just have the pintail, so we need to be using the northern pintail long-range caller and should be getting them down. But what I really want you to pay attention to, if we get any of them to break off, is how fast they fly in comparison to the hunter Call of the Wild. And right here, none of them actually wants to break off, but that's all fine. We do have all our decoys set out up here, and hopefully there is going to be another flock coming around at any point soon. But those guys up there didn't want to play. At least we get a chance to try again. It seems. Oh, there is other ducks in there. But for the most part, it seemed like we were going to be getting another pintail push right here. But I think I heard a mallard as well. Oh, there we go. Ducks coming in. But just try to pay attention to how quick this is compared to in the Hunter Call of the Wild. And that has probably been one of my biggest complaints ever. These guys actually fly pretty dang fast. Where in Call of the Wild, you gotta be really slow if you're not gonna be making this stuff happen. And I really, really do appreciate this. They're gonna be circling around and then either taking off or coming in real close. And let's just see if we can take one of them down. Actually have the 12 gauge as well. I am bad at this game these days. You could have been pulling out a 22 as well. But I think in general we got to see how quickly they actually react. And another thing is, if they were actually landing and got to the water and sat there, oh, there's something coming in down there. No, they're not coming in, are they? They're just flying past. Well, they might actually be on their way in here. Let's see. But if they're on the water, as soon as you shoot, they're gone. It's not like they're going to be sitting around for like half a second and be like, okay, what's going on here? No. They're gone if you start shooting. But let's just honestly get out there. They're not... No. They're not coming in. Let's get out there and try to pick it up. But in terms of dogs... If they were to actually revamp the entire experience hunting in the Hunter Call of the Wild with the dogs, then definitely I could see them actually ending up removing the I'm gonna float to you thing whenever you kill an animal, which honestly would make sense. But would that put the dog hunting behind a paywall that you need to have the DLC for them to actually be able to bring you the dogs? I don't know, but it's just I don't know, because then you're going to be cutting off the entire player base who doesn't have the dog DLC. It's a way for them to make even more money for sure. Right here I got some footage of me just standing around in a blind waiting for dogs to come in. I did not have a caller or anything. I do not know if it is the need zone that is here that brought them in, or if it's actually my decoys. I'm just taking out the 22. You can see the drink zone is there, so they would have probably been there regardless of the decoys or not. But I really hope that we can get the same kind of experience as we have in the Hunter Classic, because in the Hunter Classic, honestly, one of the best things is the dog hunting. And I would love to get to the same place. I would love to have the challenge. I know that I said it's satisfying to shoot the dogs out the air with the 22, but there's not much challenge to it. Just look at it, and then you have the bounce whenever they hit the ground, if they hit the ground. But yeah, I don't know. But always, guys, try to make your voices heard. Go do the surveys and such. They are on the Hunter Call of the Wild social medias. And once you're on the social medias, well, go hook me up with a follow on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever. ZaggiDK everywhere. But I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to know if you agree or disagree with me. And yeah, then hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so very much for watching.